I think we wanted to be a little bit unique. Graceful lady called Sonal Mansingh.
Hello everyone, I am Bhavika and today we have with us someone who has been part of Kashiyatra' since its beginning. He was Gen Sec of Cultural Association during the time of first edition of Kashiyatra'. From campus to corporate world, his journey has been truly inspiring. Please welcome Mr. Murli Thirumale.
Hi Bhavika, good to meet you. I should say just one thing, that the first Kashiyatra was 1981. And it was the GSEC at that time was Srinivas Mirle. He's a good friend of mine. He's a great guy, and I was GSEC for the second Kashiyatra.
Oh.
So but of course involved. Everybody was. It was always a team effort, and so we definitely were part of the first Kashiyatra.
So, what kind of student you were in your campus life?
I think I was much like many other students. Many of the students had come from different parts of India, I think, like I see now. I had come from Delhi, though I'm originally from Bangalore.
Yeah.
So I had lived in Delhi, done my higher secondary there. So when I came here, I think I was like many other students. At that time, we were a 5-year course. So I had done my All India Higher Secondary. So when I came in here, I was 16 years old, pretty young.
So, like, what was it like to start KY? You know, कि like क्या scene था जब KY शुरू हुआ?
Yeah, obviously there were a lot of campus activities that where people had clubs and had, several events. And I think there were smaller events, maybe something called Spandan, Sparsh and all of that. But most of our experience of festivals was by visiting other colleges. So we had some experience seeing and visiting other festivals. And we always felt like, there's so much talent here and there are so many colleges around us that we would like to invite here. So a bunch of people, and I think certainly what used to be called the IT Cultural Association before the IIT Gymkhana, ITCA, was existing, and I think some folks, and I would say that I was one of them, but I was probably not the main person who had come up with the idea of a festival, and it takes a lot of effort, as the people know today. So it really takes a lot of talent to organize this, and the ITCA, I think, was really the group that was at the heart of putting together Kashiyatra. And too many people, more than can be named in a short time, were involved with that.
So, how did you all come up with the name Kashiyatra'?
We had like a short list of names, I think, that the group had, and I think once we kept coming back to Kashiyatra for a variety of reasons. First of all, you're in Kashi, it's a place of pilgrimage, and the idea that people would come here on a cultural pilgrimage was sort of at the heart of that idea. The second thing was, people had a lot of very westernized names, and everything had fest in it. This fest, that fest. And I think we wanted to be a little bit unique. Something about it that said Banaras and BHU is different, or IIT BHU or IT BHU is different. And that was part of it. I think over multiple rounds of discussions, it became, we kept coming back to the uniqueness of the name. And frankly, we thought it's sort of a name that could transcend time. And I'm actually really pleased to see 45 years later now that the name hasn't changed. I've seen other festivals where the name has changed because it sort of feels like it ran out of juice. But the name Kashiyatra, I think, is still very evocative of a bunch of
It's very fascinating.
very lovely name. In fact, I was talking to one of the profs yesterday who in our electronics department, who came from IIT Madras, and he says, I really like the name Kashiyatra.
So, like, how are you feeling, like, seeing Kashiyatra still thriving? Like, even, like, it's now even bigger than what it was before.
Yeah.
So,
I think it's a combination of a bunch of feelings, right? One of them, of course, is pride, because look, I in my other life, I have been a founder of several startup businesses, and it's a similar feeling, right? So it's a feeling of pride when your business succeeds and continues beyond you. I've always believed that cultural learning, something that I call EQ, is a big part of what should be part of your college upbringing. You learn the joy of art, which is something that can sustain you for a long time in life.
would you like to share a story or glimpse what it was like preparing for Kashiyatra at your time?
Some of the hardest things was actually fundraising, which I'm sure is the case even now. And again, this feels like a really strange to say, but there was no email, there was no internet. We really didn't have mobile phones, right? So we had to physically kind of go visit people. I remember going to Delhi and meeting with people from DCM, HCL. I think there were some people who went to Bombay, would meet with Larsen and Toubro and get sponsorships. You had to kind of physically go shake hands, meet people, and do all of that. So all of that was hard. Same thing with even getting guest artists. I think maybe the first Kashiyatra we had a very famous dancer, graceful lady called Sonal Mansingh had come, and you had to again go physically meet them, get them convinced to come to a festival. Of course, Banaras has a certain pull. It's that they, believe it or not, a lot of people, I think, associate it with history and culture and tradition. So that does help.
Since you are coming back to campus after 20 years
Yeah.
from last reunion, so what changes do you see around campus?
Well, I mean, obviously there are a lot more new departments, right? I think, there's we didn't have the biomedical department. In fact, we didn't even have computer science. It was only electronics at that time. I see a lot of multidisciplinary departments, which is really wonderful to see, because the life is, and the industry and the business is really multidisciplinary. I think the IT cafeteria at that time was fairly new. Maybe in our 4th year or 5th year it had opened up, and इससे पहले, of course, there was always actually जो लिम्डी कॉर्नर कहते हैं, the DG corner used to have a thing that was more famous at that time. The hostels have always had great food. I think at IITs, compared to other places that I've seen, we ran our own messes. So all the students ran their own messes. We would go hire our own Maharaj. Bunch of people would think, oh, hey, then I guess I get to go see, try out the new IIT BHU cafeteria. I'm glad to see, because these places are always gathering places. Right? It's like a watering hole for animals. It's like that. When you go to Africa, you'll see all these watering holes for animals, and all these, chai walas and these cafeterias are a big thing. I'd love to go see it. Wow, this is, feels very modern, right?
ये last sem इन्होंने renovate करा है.
अच्छा, oh wow.
Like pastries and बाकी भी है, muffins and all. Samosa भी है. Samosa is always constant. So, like, do you wanna have like chai?
Yeah, I think it'd be good. I'd love to. Let me buy you guys chai.
Now it's bigger than last time. Like, they added this portion, so now more people can sit.
Yeah, I mean, there's so many students. This is like barely enough, right? Like, this will be very crowded.
very crowded. Like during like lunchtime, it's very crowded because
Yeah.
people from BHU also come here. Like they also come and
Oh, I
eat,
see.
eat over here sometimes.
Acha.
Thank you, sir, for such a great interview. I really enjoyed talking to you.
It's been a great pleasure to be here at Kashiyatra'. Thanks for inviting me. It's wonderful to see all students like you and others here. It's a wonderful time to be here in Banaras.
Thank you, sir.